Hello everyone. I think this is day 5 of Business for Social Change 365. I know I'm a little late, but that's what's going to happen. Life happens, as I've said before. Let me switch out my glasses because those have a reflection and this is less reflective. Yes. And as I said, this is not only a business blog, but it's also my personal vlog. And as I said a few days ago, someone I really care about made his transition, passed away on Tuesday. And so funeral's tomorrow, and I'm just trying to, just not in the best of moods to be working, but you know, it's the entrepreneurial life. You do what you have to do, and so I did what I had to do to get my mind right to keep my commitment to do this every day for 365 days. And so yesterday I was talking about the challenges that underrepresented and marginalized members of underrepresented and marginalized communities have in tech period, in startups community period, in entrepreneurial space period, just access to things. But I also talked extensively about the internal things that are barriers to success, and that it's imperative for us to manage those things so that we can take advantage of the opportunities when they come to access to capital, all resources, you know, personnel, partnerships, everything, and those internal dialogues. And I was going to talk about the business thing, and I'll get to that because I really want to talk about what makes, in my eyes, the foundation of a business for social change. And I'm going to talk about that at the end because I want to give you a little bit of homework. But just in me keeping this commitment to myself and to you to do this when I would really rather not. And then I had this internal dialogue about, God, you're only 5 days in, you can't fail at this now. And it's not even failure, but that's those small voices, those voices that come into our heads that make absolutely no sense. They have no sense. And we have to be mindful not to feed those things, just to do what we need to do to minimize, to get away from that negative internal dialogue. If it's positive internal dialogue, go for it. But if it's negative internal dialogue that you find beats you down, that wears you out, that causes you mental anguish and is detrimental to your health, we need to be mindful of that. So that's why I am a big proponent, particularly in the information age, of being getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. So as I sit in front of you right now, it's very uncomfortable because I don't want to be doing this today. As I said, I'm just don't want to do it, and that's why it's so late. I'll do it after I do this thing, or I'll do it after I do that thing, and I'll do it after I do that thing. But I'm here. And I'm proud of myself. I can check that off, that I did that. Day 5 is done. But one of the things that I want to do is when I start next week, the first step of my process of building a business for social change is imagine. So what I want you to do is imagine what that ideal customer or client interaction is. What are they saying? What are they doing? What are you doing? I want you to write that down, because when you write something down, it's tangible, it's real. So I want you to write down that ideal customer engagement from start to finish, from customer, before you even, what are you doing to get in front of the customer? What's happening once you're in front of the customer? What are they saying? What are you saying? What's happening? And also after you close the sale, long-term experience. I really want you to think about that, the imagine part, because that's where we're going to start. We start with imagine, and then we take those those dreams that we have for ourselves and our clients, all stakeholders, our employees, our partners, our supply chain partners, our shareholders, if we have them, whomever comes in contact with our business, we want to think about those perfect relationships, those ideal relationships, and then we're going to operationalize that. That's what this is all about. We're going to create processes around the ideal that you have. And so you may not understand it now, but trust me, as we talk about it, as we engage, you will. So what I would ask you to do is, if you're watching this on YouTube, put comments below to say, to give us an idea what your idea, I'm interested in hearing from you what that idea customer experience, client experience is for you. So with that, I'll say goodbye, and I will be checking in tomorrow. It may be brief, but it will be briefly because of the family commitments and obligations that I have around this, the death of this very important family member. So with that, I say have a wonderful day. Goodbye.